At 19, I believed I grasped the essence of being a fighter. I had practiced Wing Chun for years, my movements precise, my skills razor sharp. I could repeat every lesson from my master and cite every ancient martial arts text. I felt prepared for anything. Then came an evening that dismantled all my self-perceptions. It happened in a Hong Kong backstreet, 3 against 1. Not a formal duel, not a regulated match with rules. Just harsh, unfiltered reality. In that instant, with my heart racing and adrenaline surging, something unexpected occurred. Every practiced form disappeared. Every memorized philosophy collapsed. What surfaced was something raw and instinctive. For the first time, I wasn't performing martial arts. I was embodying them. That night imparted the deepest lesson of my life. It's not your knowledge that defines you, nor your words, beliefs, or intentions. Action uncovers your true self in that critical moment when everything is at stake and there's no time to think. Your genuine in nature emerges. Often who you truly are, is nothing like who you believed yourself to be. You recognize this sensation, don't you? That instant when life strips away all your meticulous plans, forcing you to act on pure instinct. Perhaps it was when you had to defend someone being mistreated. Maybe it was facing an impossible deadline or being there for a loved one in need. In that moment, did you astonish yourself? Did you find hidden reserves of bravery or succumb to fears you thought you had overcome? Today, I want to delve into this with you. Not the actions you plan or the person you aspire to be, but the truth that surfaces when pressure mounts and there's no escape. Here's what most people never grasp. Your character isn't forged in comfort and certainty. It's shaped in the crucible of spontaneous action, revealed in those fleeting seconds when you must choose without thinking, when your deepest instincts take over. I recall my first Hollywood meeting, convinced I was ready to conquer the world. I had rehearsed every answer and prepared for every question. I knew precisely how to present myself as the ideal leading man, the martial arts expert, bridging East and West. But when the executive looked at me and said, "You're too Chinese for American audiences and too American for Chinese audiences. Where do you fit?" Every prepared response vanished. In that moment, I had a choice. I could reshape myself to meet their expectations, accept stereotypical roles, or act from my true self. Without hesitation, I stood up and said, "I don't fit into your categories because I am creating my own." That spontaneous action, born from instinct rather than strategy, set the course for everything that followed. It revealed something about my character that no amount of preparation could have shown. This is the power and the fear of authentic action. It doesn't just show others who you are, it shows you who you are. Sometimes that revelation is uncomfortable, exposing gaps between your self-perception and reality. Other times it reveals strengths you never knew you had or weaknesses you've been denying. I spent years studying the great masters and reading ancient texts on character and virtue. They all spoke of cultivating righteousness and developing moral strength through discipline. But there was something they didn't tell me, something I had to learn through experience. Character isn't something you develop in isolation. It's revealed and strengthened through action, especially under pressure. Think about the people you admire most. I guarantee it's not because of what they said or believed, but because of what they did. When Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat, she wasn't following a carefully planned strategy. She acted from her deepest sense of right and wrong. When Muhammad Ali refused the draft, he wasn't calculating the cost to his career. He was being true to his convictions. These moments of authentic action didn't just change the world. They revealed the true character of these individuals. But here's what makes this so challenging for most of us. We live in a world that rewards planning over spontaneity, image over authenticity, appearance over action. We're taught to think before we act, to consider all angles, and to present ourselves in the best light. While thoughtful consideration has its wisdom, there's danger in becoming so focused on managing our image that we lose touch with our authentic selves. I see this everywhere in modern life. People who can talk eloquently about their values, but freeze when it's time to act on them. Individuals who know what they should do, but do something entirely different when the moment arrives. The gap between intention and action is where character lives, and for many, it's a chasm they've never dared to examine. Let me tell you about the 3 types of action that reveal character most clearly. I didn't learn these from any manual or philosophy book, but I discovered them through years of observing myself and others in moments of truth when the mask comes off and the real person emerges. The first is spontaneous action, without premeditation or planning. This is when you see someone being harassed and step in without thinking. Or when you speak up in a meeting against something wrong before deciding to. These moments reveal your deepest programming, the values so ingrained they operate below conscious thought. I recall being on a movie set and seeing a stunt coordinator push a young actor beyond safety limits. I wasn't the star or director and had no authority. But something in me couldn't stay silent. I found myself intervening firmly, yet respectfully. Later, when asked why I got involved, I realized I hadn't made a conscious decision. The action came from a deeper place, a part of my character that valued others' safety more than my comfort. The second type is persistent action, revealing character over time. This isn't about dramatic moments, but the daily choices that shape who you become. Getting up early to train, keeping your word, treating everyone with respect. These actions may seem small, but they carve canyons in stone over time. When I was developing Gekundyu, there were countless days I wanted to give up. The easier path would have been to stick with traditional methods, but day after day, I continued to question, experiment, and push boundaries. Each small act of persistence revealed and strengthened something in my character needed for greater challenges ahead. The third type is contrary action, going against the crowd and expectations. This is perhaps the most revealing, showing whether your character is built on your foundation or others' approval. Oh, when everyone else follows one path, what do? When taking a stand costs you socially or professionally, do you still take it? I faced this when I decided to teach martial arts to non-Chinese students. The traditional community was outraged, accusing me of betraying cultural heritage. Every social pressure pushed me to conform. But something in my character refused to hoard wisdom based on ethnicity. Each student I taught and each tradition I challenged revealed my beliefs about martial arts and human equality. But here's where it gets truly interesting. Character isn't just revealed through action, it's shaped by it. Every action you take shows who you are and helps you become who you are. Every choice creates a neural pathway, making similar choices easier in the future. Every courageous act makes you more courageous. Every act of integrity makes you more integrated. I learned this viscerally during my recovery from a back injury. Doctors said I would never do martial arts again. I had two choices: accept this limitation or act as if recovery was possible. I chose the latter, pushing slightly beyond comfort each day. Each painful stretch and carefully executed movement revealed and shaped my character, discovering reserves of determination I didn't know I had. This is why I'm passionate about this principle. Character revealed through action isn't just about understanding yourself. It's about actively shaping who you become through conscious choices, especially in moments when no one is watching and there's no external reward. Think about the past week, not the big moments, but the small choices. Did you follow through on commitments? Did you help someone or speak up for what you believe in? These actions reveal who you are and shape who you're becoming. Most people think character is fixed, but it's fluid and responsive to development. Every action reveals your current character and creates your future character. You have the power to shape who you become through conscious choices about how you act. This was clear to me during my recovery. For months, I accepted limitations and acted cautiously. The character that emerged was timid, but when I chose to act as if recovery was possible, my character transformed. I became more determined and resilient, with actions creating neural pathways that made similar choices easier. You can practice being the person you want to become until it becomes natural. Start small and be consistent. If you want to be generous, start with small acts of kindness. If you want to be confident, act confidently until it becomes part of your character. The key is to start where you are, with what you have, taking small actions that move you toward who you want to become. The mirror of action shows who you are and gives you the power to shape who you're becoming. Look into that mirror with curiosity, choosing actions based on the character you want to develop. Your life is your training ground, and every action is practice. Train well, act from your deepest truth, and discover the character that emerges when you have the courage to be authentically yourself. Clear? Authentically yourself. The world needs people of authentic character now more than ever. You have everything you need to become such a person, one action at a time.